Mobile games. Man, mobile games were goated, man. Like, back in the day, I used to spend like an absurd amount of my time playing all these games on my iPad. Like, the mobile games today cannot compare to the OGs. And you know, in hindsight now, I'm not very proud of spending that much time on them. But then again, a lot of memories were made from playing these games, and today we're gonna talk about some of these OG mobile games. Alright, first let's talk about Subway Surfers. Bro, Subway Surfers is one of the goats of mobile games, man. Like, this was one of my favorites and still is to this day. The whole premise of the game is you're just a little dude named Jake who's running away from this fat cop, and you have to collect coins and power-ups to navigate through this endless train station while avoiding obstacles. Now, I was addicted to this game, bro. Like, I would be playing this game non-stop whenever I was bored, and especially during school. Like, I was also so sweaty at this game. I had a bunch of cosmetics, all the upgrades maxed, and my score multiplier maxed, and I remember hitting a high score of like 1.2 million, and it was like the greatest achievement of my life at the time. Like, I felt like a god. And I remember going to school and flexing it to my friends like, yeah, I got a high score of 1.2 million on Subway Surfers. I'm kind of a very important person. What's your high score? Bro, you literally have no life. Shut the fuck up. Now let's talk about Temple Run. Now, Temple Run is like the godfather of Subway Surfers. It's the same premise, but instead of a cop chasing you, it's a big ass scary demon monkey. And I remember first discovering the game when I was like 8 years old, and I was on the subway with my mom, and I was sitting next to this dude who was playing Temple Run, and I was just staring profusely at his phone the entire time he was playing, without any concern that he would catch me watching his screen. He was probably weirded out by me. Like, bro, why is this dumbass kid watching me play? Like, go away. Hey yo, what the hell? Get back here, I'm not done watching. Now let's talk about Clash of Clans. Now this is the true GOAT of mobile games. Bro, every dude was obsessed with Clash of Clans at one point in their lives. Like, I still play that shit to this day, and I will continue playing until I catch up to the latest Town Hall level. My base is at a nice Town Hall level 12, and if you rush, bro, you are committing the greatest Clash of Clans sin ever. You will be forever ridiculed by every Clash player, including me.
Look at this dude. Wait till you see the... No, 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 no.
But bro, I remember trying to Google how to get free gems in Clash of Clans, and I'd be directed to this sketchy ass link that apparently has a gem generator. And they'd ask you to input how many gems you want from them, and your full government name, your social security number, your credit card number. Like, they were clearly scams. And you know, younger me was a complete idiot, and I still tried to get gems even when I couldn't fill out the necessary requirements. My dumbass was doing the most just for some free gems. And then I'd be waiting in my game for the gems to appear, and they just never did. My dumbass probably got a virus on our laptop from attempting to do all these gem generators, honestly. And don't get me started on Clan Wars, bro. Every dude's friend group took Clan Wars like serious as hell. Like, we took that shit as seriously as like an actual war. Like, hell, I remember I would spam message my friends on Skype or Facebook for them to attack in the Clan War, and I'd even bug them in real life. Like, I would constantly remind them to attack. I just couldn't accept defeat in a Clan War, man. Like, we needed to win. I didn't give a damn what they had going on in their life at the time. I just wanted them to attack in the war so I could get my war bonus loot. Now let's talk about Battle Cats. Now, Battle Cats is a tower defense game, and in Battle Cats, you basically have to command this whole army of cats against this army of dogs, and the goal of the game is to conquer every country in the world, and eventually the entire galaxy. There's also a gacha roll system implemented into the game for you gambling addicts, where you can obtain stronger cats to add to your team that come in different rarities that range from rare to uber rare. And dude, the amount of hours I've sunk into this game is illegal. Like, I remember first discovering the game from a friend, and ever since that day, Battle Cats was the only thing on my mind throughout the days. I'd wake up, play Battle Cats. At school, I played Battle Cats. I'd come home and play Battle Cats. And before I'd sleep, I played Battle Cats. Like, it was a full-blown addiction. I was definitely addicted to opening cat capsules because, bro, it was basically gambling. But instead of gaining money, you're gaining cats. Which, a 9-year-old me loved it and had no problem with it. The feeling of going through your entire cat guide and seeing your entire collection of cats just gave a different type of dopamine, man. The next game is Angry Birds. Dude, Angry Birds was also one of the GOATs, man. So the whole point of Angry Birds is to launch these different types of birds with unique power-ups at these green piggies, and to destroy the structures that they made. And I remember going to a family friend's house when I didn't own an iPad at the time, and just running up some Angry Birds on their iPad for the entire time I was there. Those were some good times, man. And they had a bunch of spin-off games too that were great, like Angry Birds Friends, Angry Birds Space, Angry Birds Rio, Bad Piggies, and of course the best of them all, Angry Birds Star Wars. Bro, there was just something with Angry Birds and Star Wars doing collab that just hit different. Like, using all the different birds Star Wars power-ups was just so fun, man. Next, let's talk about Beat the Boss. Now, Beat the Boss, the point of the game is to just use a bunch of weapons the game gives you and to literally just beat the boss. That's the whole point. And I used to grind this game so much. I just liked using all the weapons, honestly, because every 9-year-old who played video games would be obsessed with that stuff. And I guess it was an anger outlet for when some shit would happen at school, like if I didn't get picked to be on the same team as my friend in gym class, or some stupid shit like that. Now let's talk about Dragon City. Now, Dragon City, I didn't play it mostly on mobile, but I played it on Facebook, but it's still a mobile game, so it still counts. And in Dragon City, your goal is to build your island and breed dragons together to collect them and expand your island. And I was grinding this game hard, man. Like, I made a Facebook account with the intent to just play Dragon City on it, not even use it to message people. And my Dragon City island was stacked. Like, it wasn't no noob island. I had a bunch of cool dragons, like the legendary dragon dude. That was my prized possession, bro. And I would feed it all my food to level it up. And back in the day, the dragons I had were rare, but now Dragon City has so many dragons, like the Dream Dragon, Mr. Beast Dragon, the Sunday Dragon. Like, they got so many YouTuber collaborations, which is pretty cool. Hey, maybe you'll see a Lonely Dragon sometime in the future, hopefully. Now let's talk about Flappy Bird. Now, Flappy Bird, man, this game had the world in a chokehold at one point, and the game was super simple. You just tap your screen and go in between these pipes. That's it. And it just took over the internet back then. Like, you couldn't go a single day without seeing Flappy Bird. And as simple as the game was, it was super hard, bro. I remember raging with my friends over the game so hard. It was the rage game back then. And my high score wasn't even that good. It was like 50. But I remember the developer of the game, Dong Nguyen, bro, deleted the game from the App Store because of its addictive nature and overusage from the players. And I respect his decision, honestly, because I deleted the game way before that, because I hated the game. But then again, people are now selling phones with the OG Flappy Bird on it for absurd prices, so I might have missed a bag, but let's be real, ain't no one buying that shit. Now let's talk about Plants vs. Zombies. Now, Plants vs. Zombies was such an OG game, man. I played it on the computer, but it's on the App Store, so it counts too. And the goal of the game was to plant all these different types of plants to defeat these hordes of zombies, and man, I just love this game so much, man. I remember coming home from school and hopping on Plants vs. Zombies instantly, because they had this feature called the Zen Garden where you could grow your own Plants vs. Zombies plants, and I would take great care of them shits. And bro, don't even get me started on the music, bro. Plants vs. Zombies had some banger songs, like the intro one. And bro, the ending credit song, can't forget about that one. Man, these were the hood classics.
That's that real music, man. Come back home.
Now let's talk about Geometry Dash. Now, Geometry Dash, bro, this game was on par with Flappy Bird, bro. This game made me throw my iPad a lot. I'm not gonna even lie. But Geometry Dash is this rhythm game where you play as this square guy and you have to complete levels while avoiding all obstacles in the way, or else you'll restart from the beginning. And bro, I remember playing this shit in class on the classroom iPads when I was done my work for the day. And bro, the amount of rage I had for some levels in the game is insane. I remember losing my mind trying to beat Electroman Adventures, bro. I needed like 4,000 attempts to beat that level. And I remember going to a restaurant with my family and I was dead ass locked in on trying to complete this level. Like, I was more focused on beating the level than actually eating the food, bro. It was that serious. And when I finally beat it, I was so hyped, like, let's go, fuck you level. But then again, I have yet to ever beat a demon level. They're just too hard, bro. And Geometry Dash's music hits, bro. Like, I don't think they ever missed with their electronic music tracks, like Stereo Madness, Deadlocked, Theory of Everything 2, Back on Track. Bro, they all hit. Personally, I'm playing them on aux with the homies. Alright, but I'll probably make a part 2 because there's more mobile games that I want to cover, but comment the keyword. Anyways, I'm out.